Hello everyone, let's start today's class. Today we are going to start new topic, that is not chapter but same chapter in that new concept, that is thermal expansion of gases. What is the heading? Thermal expansion of gases. Till this we have finished thermal expansion of solids, then liquids. Now what and how this expansion takes place in the gases. Let's learn. So first of all, you know, gases do not have gases do not have specific volume and shape, also have definite shape and volume. Yes, no. In which container you will fill them, they will occupy their volume. Isn't it right? Gases do not have definite shape and volume. So what are the parameters on which we are going to define this gas? Yes. So given mass of a gas, given mass of a gas can be described in terms of three parameters. In terms of three parameters. That is what? Pressure, temperature, and volume. Isn't it right? Let's take one small example. Okay. Suppose I am having a piston. Yes, consider a piston and a container. This is a container. And now I am taking one piston something like this. And now gas is filled inside this piston. That is piston. Why I am using piston? To apply a pressure. Keep it in mind. Next, suppose I am applying some heat to this container. What I am doing? I am supplying some heat to this container. Now what happens here? There are three things. See here. Temperature, if I will increase, temperature I increased, volume increases. Yes, we know. Pressure will also increase. Yes or not? Pressure may also increase on this piston. If suppose temperature we have not given, without heat, what happens? Without heat, what happens? If pressure we have increased, volume may decrease, isn't it? Right? See here, if assume that this supplied heat is not there, and I am pressing this piston down, then this piston will come down somewhere here, isn't it? Right? And then volume will decrease. Understand? So this is what we can say common phenomena which is applicable in the gases. Yes or no? This is just example for your understanding. In detail, we will see ahead what happens actually. So this we are learning, or this in our daily life also. In pressure cooker, you might have observing these things. When temperature is increasing, volume will increase, and therefore pressure increases, and that's why cooker will give some whistles, isn't it? Right? Due to increased pressure and volume, also due to increase in temperature. So this is what the behavior of gas changes on these three parameters. What are those three parameters? Pressure, volume, and temperature. Understand? So pause the video, note down this. This is just for your understanding. Clear? Okay. Okay. So let's move ahead. Now, in these gases, we are going to learn first law, that is Boyle's law. Okay, what is that? Boyle's law. Boyle's law. What is the statement of this Boyle's law? At constant temperature, at constant temperature, volume of a given mass of a gas is inversely proportional to its pressure. That is, see here what I am writing. P is inverse proportional to volume is inverse proportional to pressure. Means, if I will add now here proportionality constant, P is equal to K into 1 by P. So that implies this PV is equal to K, and this K is what? Nothing but constant. PV is equal to constant. And this is when, only when temperature you have kept constant. Keep it in mind. This law is applicable only for constant temperatures. If temperature is not constant, this law is not obeying. Understand? That's why here beginning only you can see constant temperature. Got it? So, if suppose now you are having P1 and P1, pressure P1, volume P1, pressure P2, volume P2. Then from this PV is always constant. So P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2 is equal to P3 V3 is equal to always constant. Understand? Is equal to P3 V3 is always constant. Understand? For any container. So next one is when this law holds good. Understand? When this law holds good, and how is the graph of this? So first you see here, I am drawing one small graph. So here, this is graph, that is giraffe. You know, what is this? Giraffe, right? So let's see how it will be. Giraffe. How will be giraffe? Have you seen? No? Then see here. Okay. If I am taking pressure on y-axis and volume on x-axis. What is this? Volume I have taken on x-axis. Pressure I have taken on y-axis. You see here, what is the meaning of this? Pressure is inverse proportional to volume, or volume is inverse proportional to pressure. It means what? If you are increasing pressure, volume will be decreasing. And in bracket what? Constant temperature. Very simple. हो गया ना ये बिस्कुट ऑफर, है ना? 20 ग्राम फ्री. Yes, right? So this is very simple. If you want to remember Boyle's law, what is that? At constant temperature, pressure is inversely proportional to volume. Understand? So here, this side or at this point, you will have more pressure, then less pressure, then less pressure, then less pressure, and here it is zero. Similarly, here you will have more volume, then less volume, less volume, less volume, less volume, and zero. If we will plot graph, more the pressure, less will be the volume. What is the condition? More will be the pressure, less will be the volume. Then how you will plot this graph? Here, more the pressure, less will be the volume. Hai na? Like this, like this. Then as pressure is decreasing, volume will be more. So your graph will come something like this. Isn't it right? You see on this line, more the pressure, less will be the volume. Here it is, here it is. Less the pressure. At this point, you see pressure will be less, volume will be maximum. Less the pressure, more will be the volume. More will be the volume, less will be the pressure. Yes? What is that? More the pressure, less the volume. Less the volume, more the pressure. Yes? More the pressure, less the volume. Okay. So keep it in mind this. And always keep it in mind, it is only obey at constant temperature. Next, one more note point. This law holds good only at low pressure and high temperature. Only at low pressure and high temperature. This law holds good at low pressure and high temperature. Clear? Okay. So pause the video, note down. Okay, next. Now, what is ideal gas and what is a real gas? This is a very important definition we can say. What is actually real gases and what are the ideal gases? Real gas and ideal gas. What is the definition of real gas? So, real gas means which obey which obeys gas laws only at low pressure and high temperature. Low pressure and high temperature. And ideal gas which obeys Boyle's law, at all temperature and pressure. This is what difference between ideal gas and real gas. Now you will ask me, sir, is it possible? Are these ideal gas exist? So my answer will be, it is not possible. Okay, because perfect gas is not possible, or ideal gas means which obeys Boyle's law at all temperature and pressure. Yes or no? So real gases are there, but ideal gases means there are so many limitations. Understand? But now in last topic we can say, in liquid thermometers or in gas thermometers, we have learned some gases we have used for thermometers. Yes or not? Gas thermometers. Then there will be various temperatures. Then how we can measure the temperature? So there is also note point here. Hydrogen or helium behaves closely as a perfect gas. Ideal gas means perfect gas only. Hydrogen or helium behaves closely as a perfect gas, perfect or ideal we can say. Behaves closely, not perfect. Understand? Means not wholly we can say. Fully not. Only some fraction we can say. Little bit. Some errors are there still. So hydrogen or helium behaves closely as a perfect or ideal gas. Hence, we are using them in constant volume gas thermometers. Hence, used in constant volume gas thermometers. Understand? So I hope you understand now well. So what is the moral of the story? Ideal gas is not possible particularly. Means the gas which obeys Boyle's law at all temperature and pressure is not possibly 100%. So some gases are there which closely behaves as an ideal gas. In that hydrogen and helium are there, and that's why we are using them in a constant volume gas thermometer. Isn't it right? Real gases means which obeys gas law only at low pressure and high temperature. So this is what difference between this real gas and what you can say ideal gas. So we have seen one graph also, pressure versus volume graph we have seen in case of Boyle's law. If we will see another graph, that is graph number 2 we can say. So this is what, if I will plot graph PV versus V. You can see here, if I am taking PV here and volume here, that is product of pressure and volume. on the y-axis. Then I will get exactly a horizontal line like this. Nature of graph will be like this, steady. Understood? This is what graph between PV and P. Next, one more graph we will see. If I am plotting another graph, that is graph number 3. This graph I am plotting P versus 1 by V. How I am plotting graph? I am taking pressure on this and 1 by V on this axis. Then the nature of this graph will be straight line, because we know pressure is directly proportional to 1 by V. That is, pressure is inverse proportional to P. Can I say like this? Understood my sentence? I am saying like this: pressure is directly proportional to 1 by V, or pressure is inversely proportional to V. That's why I am getting this graph, because here I have taken 1 by V, not V. Yaad rakho. But I have taken 1 by V. Is that clear? Any doubt? Please call me. If you have doubt, direct call me. Got it? So pause the video, note down. If you have doubt, pause the video and call me. Note down this all. Okay. So let's move ahead. Now next. Here. Now what we did, you can take it as a note point also. Note point. Now two vessels of volume P1 and P2 under pressures P1 and P2. Yes, what is that? Two vessels of volume V1 and V2 under pressures P1 and P2. What we did? Joined together. Joined together at constant temperature. At constant temperature. Then what happens? Then what happens? Yes. Then what will be the common pressure? Here, can I write that the common pressure is P and common volume is V is equal to P1 plus P2 P2, isn't it, right? According to Boyle's law. Yes or no? Then common pressure will be what? PV is equal to P1 V1 plus P2 P2. If I want only common pressure, then, but we know net volume will be what now? But V will be V1 plus V2. So therefore P is equal to P1 V1 plus P2 V2 P1 V1 plus P2 V2 divided by V. But P is what? This one, common pressure, common volume. So therefore pressure P is equal to P1 V1 plus P2 V2 divided by P1 plus P2. This is what? PC. PC means what? Common pressure. Okay. If you don't want to write C, no problem. You write just P. P means what? Common pressure. What is this P? This is a common pressure. Isn't it right? Understood? Clear? Okay. Pause the video and note down. In this only I am giving one note point. You see here, note point below, note point below note, note below note. Will you take? Right? Note below note. You will take, definitely anyone will take care. Yes or not? Okay, so note down, take note on note or note below note. Right. If second chamber or vessel, second vessel is evacuated, second chamber or vessel is evacuated, then their pressure will become zero, and then pressure, common pressure will become what? P1 V1 divided by P1 plus P2. Understand? Isn't it right? Yes. Got it? Okay. कुछ doubt है? You can write this P at this point also. This P is nothing but what? P is equal to V1 plus P2. That's why you have placed this here. And this is note point after this. That is, if second vessel is evacuated, then pressure of second will become zero. And that is what, because that is not under pressure. We are neglecting any pressure on that. Therefore, P common pressure is what? P1 V1 by P1 plus P2. Is that clear? Understood? So note down, pause the video, and if you are out, call me. Okay, so let's move ahead. And next is what? Boyle's law in terms of density. Boyle's law in terms of density. How we will do this? See, just before some time we have learned that P is direct proportional to 1 by V, direct proportional to 1 by V, and inverse proportional to P. याद रखो. So P is inverse proportional to V or direct proportional to 1 by V. So I got like this, PV is equal to constant. Yes or not? Constant. Okay. So I know rho is equal to M by V. So V is equal to M by rho, isn't it? We know this. We know density is equal to mass by volume. Therefore, volume is equal to mass by density. So let's substitute here. Then you are getting P into M by rho is equal to constant. Yes or no? So can I write like this? P is equal to rho into constant by M. Now M and this constant is constant again. So P is equal to rho into, again I am considering as a constant, big constant, another constant, something another constant, that is this constant by m. So can I make one conclusion that P is directly proportional to rho here? Yes, I can make this conclusion, isn't it, right? As mass is constant and this is also constant, so P is directly proportional to rho. If I will draw giraffe of this, if I will draw giraffe of this, what I am getting? Yes, what is that? See here, like this. How will be the nature? It will be like a straight line, isn't it? Why? Because both are in proportion. So both will increase in the same proportion, isn't it? So therefore your graph will come like this. Yes. So if I am taking pressure on this side, density on this side, that is on x-axis density, y-axis pressure, then this will be the clear, right? So this is in case of density, and therefore from this I can write, that is from here also, this is nothing but from this you can make one conclusion. Wait. So again what I am writing, see carefully. So here P increases, rho also increases because both are in direct proportional. Or here I will write below giraffe. So P is increasing, rho also increasing. Yes, this is these are the, what can I say? These two are the best friends. Then P is decreasing, rho also decreasing. In previous case, they are not best friends. Why? One will cry, another is not crying, isn't it? Right? One is laughing, another is also laughing. One is crying, another is also crying. Okay, lead is all bad things come to the point here. From this, can I make like this conclusion? That P by rho is constant. Enough. So therefore, P1 by rho 1 is equal to P2 by rho 2 is always constant. याद रखो, this is what conclusion in case of this Boyle's law in terms of density. Clear? Any doubt? Okay. Note down this. Pause the video. Note down this. Okay. So let's move ahead. So I'm giving you one activity for understanding. You do one thing. Do it at home. Okay. So what is that activity? What is that activity? Here you have to take two balloons. Yes, two balloons and one chota wala pipe. One pipe, small diameter, small diameter. And two, three rubber bands according to your wish. Some rubber bands I am writing here. Some rubber bands. Some rubber bands. Now what to do? This is a pipe. You see here. This is a pipe. Now you will take a balloon, something like this, and you will blow it. Yes, you will blow it. So you try to make it large how much you can. Make it large and hold it properly, okay? And bring this balloon, or you tie just here. Now this balloon will become something like this, okay? Something like this, this balloon will become, and you will tie here with rubber band. And take good quality balloons, okay, particularly which will not break easily. Now this side, this is already filled, okay, means with air. This is filled and just keep aside. Another balloon you take here, and that is empty balloon, okay, empty balloon. Means without, empty means don't fill it with air. Just a tie here. This will be something like this balloon, okay. Just tie it here with the rubber band. So how it will be, you know better, like this something, okay, something like this it will be, okay. Now take care that this air should not escape, and this pipe you take small piece of pipe, okay, not more big. And now this big balloon you fix it here like this, and see what happens. See what happens. And you have to upload a video. Upload a video with your conclusions, and you can add also your own conclusions. You can do more activities for common pressure and all these things, okay. So try to do it and upload a video on a group. Let's see who is doing the best demonstration, okay. So let's stop here, and again we will meet tomorrow. Have a great day and enjoy the day. Bye.